Manchester United's hierarchy are reportedly losing patience with Ruben Amorim after another damaging setback, with the club's poor showing against Wolves intensifying internal discussions about his future. What was expected to be a reaction performance instead exposed familiar issues, leaving the board increasingly unconvinced that Amorim is the man to lead the next phase of the rebuild. The defeat to Wolves was particularly alarming because it highlighted the same structural problems that have plagued United all season. A lack of intensity, defensive vulnerability, and blunt attacking play once again left fans frustrated and executives concerned about the direction of the team under Amorim's guidance. Sources close to the club suggest that senior figures at Old Trafford believe the project is stalling rather than progressing. While Amorim arrived with a reputation for tactical intelligence and modern football ideas, the adaptation to the Premier League has been far more difficult than anticipated. The board had initially planned to give Amorim time, aware that inheriting a squad in transition would come with challenges. However, the Wolves' performance is now viewed as a potential turning point, with doubts growing over whether continued backing will actually deliver the desired improvement. Behind the scenes, conversations have reportedly shifted from how to support Amorim to what comes next if results do not change immediately. The sense is that Manchester United cannot afford to drift further behind their domestic and European rivals. One of the main concerns is the lack of visible identity on the pitch. Despite flashes of promise earlier in the season, United's performances have become increasingly disjointed, raising questions about whether Amorim's philosophy is translating effectively to this squad. The board is said to be drawing up contingency plans, including a short list of world-class managers who could step in should a decision be made to part ways with the Portuguese coach. These names are believed to include proven winners with experience managing elite clubs under intense pressure. United's leadership wants a manager who can command instant authority in the dressing room and restore belief among supporters. After years of instability, there is a strong feeling that only a globally respected figure can reset standards and bring clarity to the club's long-term vision. Financial considerations are also part of the equation, but they are not expected to be a major obstacle. The club understands that failing to qualify for the Champions League or continuing to slide in the league would be far more costly than paying compensation to make a decisive managerial change. Players, meanwhile, are said to be aware of the growing uncertainty. While there has been no open rebellion, performances like the one against Wolves suggest confidence is fragile, and that uncertainty at the top may be filtering onto the pitch. The Wolves match itself has been internally reviewed in detail, with executives reportedly unimpressed by the lack of response after halftime. For a club of United's stature, such passive displays are viewed as unacceptable, regardless of the opposition. Supporter unrest is another factor pushing the board toward action. Fans have grown increasingly vocal, with many questioning the direction of the club and the suitability of Amorim to handle the unique pressures of managing Manchester United. Despite the mounting pressure, Amorim has not yet been informed of any final decision. He is expected to be given the next run of games to prove that he can turn the situation around and reassert control over the squad. However, the margin for error is now extremely small. Another disappointing result could accelerate the process, forcing the board to act sooner than originally planned. For Manchester United, this moment feels pivotal. After years of false dawns, the next managerial decision could define the club's trajectory for seasons to come, making the stakes exceptionally high. Whether Ruben Amorim survives or not, the message from the board is clear: standards must improve immediately. If they do not, United appear ready to make a bold move and hand the reins to a world-class manager capable of restoring the club to the top of English and European football.